Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Mrs. B. Today I've got a really quick what's for dinner video for you, and I've got 4 delicious, easy, tasty dinner ideas, so let's get stuck in. Tonight for dinner we are just having some homemade pizza. This recipe, I will link it below, the one that I use for the dough. It's pretty good. It makes enough to make 2 of these really big pizza pans, like really big. So this one's just a plain cheese for the kids, and then this one has onions over all of it, and then mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms on that half for Thomas. Looks absolutely disgusting because I don't like mushrooms. I'm hoping none of the mushroom juice has leaked over onto this side, and then I'm just going to cut up some cucumber and we're going to have some cucumber on the side. Tonight for dinner, Thomas is making a chicken, leek and bacon pie with a puff pastry topping, although we're using turkey, not chicken, because that's what we had. And then to go with it, I'm making some roasted carrots and parsnips, and this is just some olive oil and honey with salt and pepper. I just covered them in, I didn't parboil them or anything. And then on the side we've got some potatoes going. It's hard to see, but this is working in my Instant Pot. It's actually a Pressure King Pro, and we're going to make them into mashed potatoes. Here is how things are looking. The chicken and leek pie filling is looking nice. Slightly, the leeks, Thomas made the pie as you guys seen, and the leeks I would have put them in after I cooked the chicken, the turkey, so they've kind of cooked down a little bit, but that's alright. I'm sure it'll still be delicious. And then we've got the roasted veggies, and then over here, these potatoes, man, these are good. Mashed potatoes, like, they are fluffy. And then in the oven, I have the topping for the pie, which is just some puff pastry. I always do a pie like that instead of putting it in a dish and then putting the pastry on top. I think it always, the pastry always turns out a bit better. It's almost done. Here is how it turned out. It looks delicious. I'm hoping the vegetables will be nice. I've never had roast parsnips. Well, I've not had roast parsnips in about a good couple of years. So you can see how I just put the little puff pastry lid on top of the pie, and you can see how this kid doesn't like vegetables. So that's dinner tonight, guys. Today for dinner we are having hot dogs along with potato wedges and some kind of veg, not decided on what yet, but I am making some rolls. These ones are called Yeast Rolls and they're so good. I will leave a link below because I have a full video on how to make them. They're honestly so good, so easy to make. You probably have all of the ingredients in your house already: flour, sugar, salt, what else, yeast, an egg, some butter, some water, and that's about it. And you don't really have to do anything. You do have to prep them in advance because they take like an hour and a half to rise the first time and then like half an hour the second time, so you do need to do them in advance, but they are so worth it. I've never made them into hot dog buns before, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So here's what my bread looks like, ready to go in the oven. I left it to rise for a bit longer than I should have, so they've kind of all squished together. For the potato wedges, I just cut some potatoes into wedges. Funnily enough, I steamed them in the microwave for 5 minutes, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then they're going to go in the oven probably for about 30 minutes. I'll come back and stir them every time. And then on the side tonight, I don't have a lot of vegetables because it's shopping day tomorrow, so you know, but I've got some refried beans that I made. Beans count as one of your 5 a day, so we're going to just have that on the side, which is a bit random with hot dogs and wedges, but you know, it's food. Here is how it turned out. So I just sliced the hot dogs down the middle, fried them in a pan, just a dry pan, and they taste so much better than if you like heat them up in water. So we've got the hot dogs, the chips, and the beans. The chips look kind of white. I don't know why they didn't go more brown, but they're very, you guys can hear, they're very crispy. And then I may have accidentally ate a roll from my own plate when I was waiting. So that's dinner tonight. The last dinner in this what is for dinner video. It's very simple and probably the easiest one because it was a freezer meal. I just took this out the freezer. I'm gonna let it defrost. I don't know if you can really tell what it is. I think you can. It is a meatball bake. I made 2, one for the day that we ate it and then one for the freezer. And it's just some pasta along with some pasta sauce, some leftover venison meatballs, and I cut them up pretty small, mix it all together, and then topped with cheese, and then I just put it in the freezer. So this is going to defrost and then go in the oven later. We're going to do some roasted green beans and some garlic bread with it. So I'll show you how it turns out later on. I'm just going to leave it over there to defrost. Green bean wise, I have just put a little bit of olive oil on them, topped and tailed them, then the olive oil and some salt and some pepper. I would like to have had about twice the amount of green beans, but this was all I had. It'll do. And then I'm going to roast them in the oven probably for about 20 minutes. Here's how the pasta bake turned out, and then the green beans and the garlic bread is just finishing off in the oven. As I said, I would have liked more than this. I could probably eat all of that by myself. And here's how it all turned out. You're looking for crumbs. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. I do new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. See ya!